I definitely lost my way on the court a couple of years back. You know, I was very confused. I didn't really want to play anymore, and I didn't really feel as if I had the drive to. I didn't have the fire in the belly anymore.
For Australian tennis star Nick Kyrgios, it was a period of personal anguish and heartache.
I lost my grandma. She was my best friend. She was probably my biggest driver into playing tennis. She put all of her time into my career, and when she kind of passed away and I didn't see her as much as I wanted to the last year, I kind of blamed it on tennis. I felt like it kind of took me away from, you know, the things that really mattered to me, and I was losing just motivation.
The 25-year-old is tennis's great entertainer, his swashbuckling talent undeniable. So too, though, at times his run-ins with opponents and officials.
How would you describe your relationship with the sport of tennis? I'd love to get your take on that.
My relationship with tennis is definitely a bit of a love-hate relationship, but in saying that, it's something that I've dedicated my entire life to.
Kyrgios grew up in Canberra, where the groundwork took place en route to becoming a world junior #1. Extra motivation to succeed, though, was never too far away.
I was very overweight as a kid. I got bullied a lot. A lot of teachers, coaches told me that I wasn't going to be very good because I didn't, you know, I wasn't very fit. I wasn't really fitting any sort of category into making it into a tennis player.
An Australian Open boys singles title, though, would suggest otherwise before he was thrust into the global spotlight after sensationally defeating Spanish legend Rafael Nadal at Wimbledon in 2014. 6 ATP Tour titles and 2 Grand Slam quarter-final appearances have followed, while in recent times we've witnessed a new side to Kyrgios that's also been steadily emerging. The heartfelt compassion at last year's Australian Open during the country's devastating bushfires, with Kyrgios leading the charge in fundraising efforts.
I really set the tone. I wanted to, you know, have a night before the Australian Open kicked off with some of the greatest players of all time. We got Serena Williams, Roger Federer, and we'd raised, I think, almost $6 million with one night on 2 hours just playing on Adelaide Arena, giving the people some entertainment. And there were some of the volunteers that were fighting the bushfires watching. They were front row, and it was amazing just to get an insight into what it was like for them, the struggles they went through.
Later that same month, in January 2020, the outpouring of emotion following the death of NBA legend Kobe Bryant, his daughter Gianna, and 7 other people in a helicopter crash. Kyrgios, a huge basketball fan, close to tears that day as he walked out to play in an LA Lakers jersey with Bryant's name on the back. 12 months on, Nick Kyrgios says he's rejuvenated after almost a year away from competitive tennis, during which time we've also seen him play a leading role in holding his fellow professionals to account for their behaviour during the pandemic, most notably after last year's controversial Adria Tour. And he's also mentally refreshed.
To be honest, I didn't balance it out. I didn't balance the things on my plate very well. I fell into some pretty dark places. So having this has been a massive blessing for me, just to completely reset everything, focus on myself, focus just little things, diet, health, just getting all these things back in line to, you know, when I'm shooting off again, we'll see how it goes. But I decided that I needed, you know, to play for something bigger than myself, and I decided, you know, to start the NK Foundation. I tried to really, you know, just put everything I do into just giving and helping and just trying to do good every day, and that's what kind of drives me to play now. So my relationship with tennis is amazing now. I think I've kind of forgot about the tennis thing, but what I can get out of it is pretty special, and not many people can have that platform to help. So it's been really important it was massive that I found my passion again.